So it's my third last night here. I don't have anything particularly special planned for the last few days. Tonight, and I have to go soon, but tonight I am going to watch a play. I've been wanting to check out the Belfry Theater. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but yeah, like I really wanted to check out this theater. I'm a theater girl. I am a theater kid, and I am a theater kid. It just so happened this one came out, Burning Mom. It just so happened that on my last final week here, I think I'm on the very first day that this is going on. I'm watching it. It's a one-woman show though. That's interesting. I'm just doing a debrief of what it's about before I head to the theater. It's a story about Mieko Uchi's daughter, Dorothy, and the pilgrimage she makes after the unexpected death of her husband. And she announces that she wants to take the 26-foot-long RV that she and her husband purchased for retirement tour and drive to the Burning Man Festival in the middle of the desert. It turns out to be an odyssey of self-discovery. Got it. So this is like a whole, though, this kind of, it's very interesting because it parallels my experience to solo traveling here. I solo traveled to Vancouver Island, and I stayed here for 2 months, and I really, really enjoyed my stay here. So I kind of feel like I will resonate with themes that might come up here a lot. We'll see. And then tomorrow, I have the whole day. We'll see. I don't really plan to the T, like what I'm gonna do the next day, because my moods could switch up, and I just don't like planning too much. I kind of like going with like where the wind blows me. All right, so it's 7, so I should head out. Wish me luck. I hope I get there safe because it's pitch black, but okay. I'll see you and I'll come back with a review. Girl, I am not okay. I just spilled wine all over.
We're just energy, aren't we? So when we meet and we talk, it's as much as energy exchange as it is information.
Absolutely.
But it's all story. Like, as you get older, you just layer yourself in stories. Do you know the abalone shell?
Yeah, okay.
Well, the abalone shell is thousands of layers. That's how you know that patina, that unique patina. And that's you. As you go through your life, you'll have these layers of stories to you. I think a lot of it is gratitude.
Yes, yeah, that's the word.
My grandmother would say to me, she said, Douglas, your wealth will be in direct proportion to your gratitude. And I hadn't a clue what she was talking about. And about 40, I went, oh, I think I get it. I had the most amazing job in the world, surrounded by amazing people.
Not the soccer coach, is it?
No. Okay. I taught at UVic for a while.
Wait, you were a professor?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, and then I taught at an
Wait, sorry, what did you teach?
At UVic, of all things, I taught geography and anthropology.
Amazing.
But then I had a history and archaeology degree, and then I had an economics degree. Go figure. And I was taking a geography master's, and it was just mad. I kept adding. I've always loved literature.
Who's your favorite author?
I do like Dickens. How he spoke about humanity. I like that. Even the poor had love. Obviously, I was breastfed on Shakespeare. I still did guest lectures on that and stuff like that. Would be fun.
Amazing.
So that was the. I don't like favourites so much. I read, and I'm not I don't like particularly American set novels. Probably just terribly ethnocentric. I'm not a biographer reader. I do like a great story. I love story.
Have you read Somerset Maugham's stories?
Maybe a long time ago.
What do you
What do you love about it?
the way he's not wordy, he's
Yeah.
not flowery about every. You know, I love poetic prose, but it's gotta be just enough where you're not like, oh come on, you're not rolling your eyes.
Tolkien,
like,
you're going to move on, please.
Exactly. He does it so beautiful. It's dramatic yet to the point.
Precise writing is good. There's too many authors. It's just too much.
Too much.
And they're trying to show off. It was interesting when I was asked to do Hamlet with the theatre company in London, and I took it and I think I cut it down to half, lashing out, and it didn't really lose much. You know, everything's essence, right? What I love about you is it is a bravery that you're having.
Oh, thank you.
And there'll be days when you collapse down and go, I'm so tired, I don't know, I'm scared. And you're going to have that.
More than ever.
No, but because you're out of your comfort zone. That's kind of beautiful. There's a beauty to it, right? You can go on these journeys. Your outward journey is actually your inward journey, so that's the obvious one. That's the obvious conundrum there. And then you would hope that your inward journey allows you to have more control on the one hand of your outward journey and make you more vulnerable and susceptible to change as well, simultaneously. I'm falling, but I'm in control.
Absolutely. But you know, I love the solo travel because I get to meet people like yourself. I get to just have a deep conversation with people who just cross my path. There's so many times when I'm like, I wish I could have recorded this because I think that's just what makes the journey more beautiful. It's not about, I love being by myself, right? It's comforting, but I think the more beautiful aspect is co-creating with other like souls. And that's what I felt with the play, right? It's like, I love just the one man show, but I think why I love the dynamism of like multiple actors bouncing energy off of each other. It's kind of like the world. When you're out in the world and you're just talking to people and you start creating more energy with others, that's the beauty of it. It's more fun and more beautiful that way than when you're just alone.
So what plays have you been involved with?
Well, they're all like high school. And then after.
No, but high school's gorgeous. Because you are so exquisitely vulnerable and you want to be loved and you're in love and you're out of love.
Yes.
This person comes out of the blue, because it's gorgeous. Oh, phenomenal.
That moment.
That's beautiful.
It's
so pure and so true.
I could not,
You cherish that one forever.
It just branded into my brain.
Revisit it. Dads don't often in the relationship with their daughters necessarily.
No.
Because you're not here, you're not there. So what are you? He doesn't know as he sleeps in Toronto right now that you recall in an old church in Victoria.
Right.
How cool is that?
I never told anyone this memory. I never told anyone this memory.
So, time to share that.
It's hard to share. It's such a
No, but I don't care about that. It's time to share. The reason I say that is this. Your dad loves you. He cannot articulate it. He thinks he can. Your dad knows he's not in charge of you. Dad knows he's your steward. Your dad has wept.
Is she? Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, we're going to leave in 2 minutes if you manage.
Yes.
His very presence does that emotionally too.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's just certain species, certain fish, certain reptiles, crocodiles, that kind of thing, snakes, and stuff. They were able to survive. So then we restarted again. So what you're seeing now is only 10 million years old. It's not.
Wow. Yeah.
65 million years old.
Right.
Hello there.
Hi.
You know the photosynthesis process, right?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so simply this. All it is is quite simple.
Yeah.
What it is a creature or something requiring energy. So how does it absorb the energy? Well, it can't eat spoonfuls of sunshine. When the tree dies, it's a reverse of the photosynthesis. Heat is released because at the point of decaying now. So because what happened was then, all the massive dinosaurs or the massive reptiles, when they all died out, they left this open space, if you like.
I feel like the universe kind of loves to play with that whole full circle thing. They love it. Just you see it everywhere, you're like.
I mean, there's nothing like being out on a boat in the middle of the summer, and the long evenings and the slow sunsets. There's nothing like being in winter by a log fire.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? That kind of. I think there's a spring renewal that, again, probably. So I think there's something very human there, that renewal. it's the closing that is preparing us for hibernation. Those nutrients go out into the delta. Delta is the most beautiful soil.
So it's called Delta.
Okay, so here we go. There's the Mediterranean, right? So the Greeks were here. Greeks at some point took over Egypt. River Nile, belongs through the world, had the most amazing delta. That's where you get the word alphabet. Did you study your alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You're so cute.
That is fantastic. You choose that? It's beautiful. You like being a bee? You learn your alphabet.
Oh my gosh.
All this time you've been learning your alphabet, meaning you've been learning your
Greek. Yeah. Oh my god.
There you go. It's quite funny when we learn things, it's never the same.
It's not the same.
The delta here.
Oh, okay.
We can't see it as much, but it comes in and it narrows and narrows and narrows. Are you warm enough?
Yes.
Good.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
Okay.
What is amazing? You
You are to blame.
The last thing you put on there is
So I'm curious, what's next for you?
Am I gonna do
What do you want to do? What's next?
I've got several writing projects which I want to do. There's I raised two daughters as a single dad. Right? So that took a lot of lifting emotionally. And so now I'm just going, I feel, as a father, pretty lonely too, because I gave a lot. Now they've gone, and I go, oh, what now?
Right.
Getting back to basic, the journey you're on, right? So I'm going, okay, what am I good at? I don't know. I design people's gardens. I stopped teaching eventually. I design gardens for people, and then, but it's taken me, I think I just want to write.
Are you not hungry?
Am I hungry? I can be. I think I could. Okay, what do you fancy eating for lunch? What do you...
Have you heard of that place?
What is it?
Well, it's apparently a really nice restaurant that I've been wanting. It's like one of the top rated, and it was on my list, but I just never had the opportunity to go. I was thinking.
Any questions about the menu while I'm here?
I think I want to ask a few. What do you recommend?
Good questions. You've got an hour?
Yeah. Less quality especially the last like 5 years. So the Chutoro right here.
Thank you so much.
As well, and artichokes.
Creamy, it's good.
Is it really great or okay?
It's okay. But that's my bad for choosing this.
Much ado about nothing.
Yeah, much ado about nothing. But
A taste extravaganza, no less.
yeah, I think that was my bad for choosing this one. Thank you.
Listen up. Listen up.
Okay, I'll stop. I want you to try it. I want to see what you. I want you to give a reaction to it.
Everything's essence, right? It's like I said to you. If I said to you, it's all the whys, right? Why is a particular scene? Why this? Why this character? What's happening, right? And if you ask 3 or 4 whys,
Yeah.
you always get down to somewhere. So if I said to you, why are you traveling? So you think about that. And then, so let's say, oh, no, I like different foods.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you like different foods? Well, because I like to be expansive. Why do you like to be expansive? Digging down. Then you end up with the essence of why you're doing what you're doing. Right? Because sometimes the act of what you're doing has nothing to do with why you're doing it. And give me that, don't.
I need to capture this beautiful moment. Okay.
Just give me the camera.
Okay.
Give me the camera.
All right.
For God's sake.
Okay.
It's obvious, isn't it?
What do you think?
A bit like my
Yeah.
jelly toast.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Did I get it?
You got it.
A pain in the ass.
Yes.
Because you know what? It is.
Yes.
It always is.
Thank you so much, Douglas.
And just be at 7 o'clock ish. This is why. It was so lovely and special. I'm thinking, okay, did I actually dream this? Did I dream?
I know, it was like a fever dream. It was crazy. I'll send a photo.
Not doctored, not AI'd, not with the Botox filter or the whatever.
Yep.
Just who you are.
Of course.
What made you feel lovely about yourself? The last thing you need is more weight. This is a book for you to read, but you're not allowed to read it until a day you think, I have time, I am calm, whatever it is. Go either into nature and read it on a non-rainy day.
Oh
it's a
my
book,
god.
or just go into. It's a lovely book. I didn't write it. Someone else wrote it.
Douglas!
But I want you to have it. Just read it slowly. It's like a half-hour read. Like it's.
Oh
just,
my god, thank you so much, Douglas.
It's a book that came to mind when I met you, and I thought, that would be a nice thing.
Okay, it's great timing because I'm just finishing my last book and I was like, what do I read next? Perfect.
Well, maybe no, though. Maybe that's not.
fine.
This is
No?
a book. No.
No?
This is a book where you need to get home
Yeah,
out of this crisis mode,
yeah,
right? And have maybe 5, 10 days later,
Yeah.
15 days later, where it's a beautiful sunny day somewhere. Maybe you want to go somewhere. But you can read it at a cafe, I suppose.
yeah.
As well.
But it has to be a sacred time where I
make it a
feel
sacred
ready
time.
for it, where it feels
Yeah.
like I'm called to it.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Because then it will have resonance and it will have gravitas and all those things, right? Because again, here we go. We flip through information, media, flip through information, media. Nothing sits, nothing gels. We have no philosophy time. Most things, I think, when you get an opportunity to travel, to learn, to see, to watch, there has to be a gel time from it, because otherwise it's just a series of events. And you could series events till you're 65. And someone goes, what do you do? And you have a litany. But if none of those have actually touched you or moved you or saddened you or made you fall so deeply in love or great sorrow or fear or whatever it is, then they've done that. There's no point doing it, is there? Just watch it on YouTube. Sit at home, get fat, eat Pringles, die. Perfect. You know. But what you're doing, I think, is gorgeous because you are very open and you have a sensitivity, right? And you have to get better in areas in your life, as we all do.
Of course.
You're perfect in some, bloody nightmare in others, I'm sure. I.e. this.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
I'm so curious what this book is.
Something very simple, just a little book.
And it made
I thought when I was with you at Gold Street.
Oh, I see it.
Did you see it?
I see it.
I mean, you're obviously totally gorgeous and lovely. And I said to my daughters too, like, you know, you are incredibly beautiful, say. Like, because of the abalone layers we talked about before. Do you know the abalone shell? Thousands and thousands of layers of you. Your fears, your joys, your tenacity, your openness, your kindness, your secretiveness, whatever it is, right? And therefore their lives with you becomes richer and richer and richer. And then that same with you in the world too, because if you go through your world, as I believe the trauma, you know? And here we are in the car at 7:15 on a little fucking domestic flight to Toronto. And then, okay, I'm going to be incredibly racist.
Oh, yeah.
With the amount of Korean baggage,
Asian-
as you would expect from a Korean tourist.
I was literally
And a
just,
Japanese tourist.
I was literally just going to say it's probably an Asian thing.
It is an Asian. No, it's definitely a Japanese Korean Asian
It's
thing. It is.
definitely a type A,
Yeah,
just.
And you look at the airport sometimes. There's piles of luggage, and stepping from behind it, a diminutive Asian person, Korean probably,
Yeah.
a tenth the size of their baggage. You're going, okay,
Yeah.
what is happening? And meanwhile, the big American, stepping just a handbag. I'm just checking. No, not
I
checking.
know. Yeah, the German's probably just gonna have a backpack, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and a toothbrush and the salt toothpaste.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta work on that I think that is the materialistic side of me.
Of course
Don't
it is.
hate me for it.
No,
but
but how exciting is it?
Mm.
You note that already.
Mm.
Yeah. That would hopefully stop a male coming into life and going, oh, look at my car, look at my house, look at my bling, look at my boat, and you becoming, oh, that's nice, and getting into a relationship which has no depth.
Yeah.
You deserve depth. You deserve to be beaten up, spit out. But there's some lovely lines about, you have not loved until you have had despair or hate or jealousy, the fear or the worry. Your partner arrives half an hour late. You've been unable to communicate, and you're actually worried. Look at that, huh? Some sort of volcano going on.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that, eh?
Wow.
Down to the beach for a few hours.
Yeah. Well, Douglas just made me sob, so
You
That's-
bastard.
that's that for the internet to know. Oh gosh, I did not expect that. I did not expect the tear works.
I think it's good. Isn't it good?
It is good.
That movie thing, invite it all in.
Invite it all in.
Sorrow, grief, joy. And that makes you breathe. I'm so scared, or saying anxious, your generation. That they, without knowing it, they forfeit themselves to oh, I'll stay in that relationship because it's safe. Oh, I'll do that job because I don't, And you feel like screaming at them because I know. I watched it when I was in education. I look at these people in their 50s, 60s, and I hate teaching. And I go, oh my God, it's taken you 30 years to realise that. Okay, what are you going to do? Well, I can't leave because I've got my pension and it's safe and I've got the house and they're locked in their own gilded cage, right? And You're not that though. You don't need to be. That moment you had there is gorgeous. You commune with nature, you're influenced by it, and you let go. It's very cool. Isn't that cool? You were willing to do that and go and just drop the second. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I got my foot. Yeah, I'll do that. And then you go, whoa, boom.
Yeah.
It's like a new open.
Yeah, I mean, crying in front of the Pacific and just this gorgeous, the sunrise in the mountain was not on the docket on my Uber ride. You know, like it was not.
Oh, it wouldn't have happened, would it?
It would. I mean, it wouldn't have crossed my mind. I'm so grateful for you for just coming up. You know, such an early time in the morning and picking me up and showing me this and letting me have this moment. I mean, I'm forever grateful, and it will be forever branded in my heart. So thank you, Douglas.
If you get R wrong, and you put 20 as opposed to 2, you get area of a circle equals pi 3 times 20 times 20, which is 400, times 3, which is 1,200. Immensely different, right? In the early days of cartography, in the early days of I'm trying to find out, is the world square or round? Someone, when they were taking down notes from the Egyptians or whomever had written Babylonians, they got the R wrong. So they missed the decimal point. So that was called the Atlantis Ocean. Well, they got it wrong, actually. It wasn't, but the name stuck. IS is the same as IC, obviously. That's how the Atlantic Ocean is named. On we go. 1500s, 1400s. Spanish and the Portuguese do a lot of exploration. I mean, they all did, the French too, but the Spanish particularly got a lot of it done. In those days, you'd have to leave Europe, go through the Atlantic Ocean, which is about a third the size of the Pacific Ocean. The Atlantic becomes incredibly rough. Like, oh, so rough. If they would come across the Atlantic, they had to go down what is now Argentina into Chile, down the bottom of it, and then come into the Pacific Ocean. And when they came here, the first thing they noticed, it was way more calm as an ocean because it's more vast. In Spanish, if you want to calm a baby, or you want to talk about calmness, it's called Pacificos. So the Spanish called this the Pacific Ocean. So you dipped your hand in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, I love that it takes after peace. Well, I learned why the sun rises the way it does, and the Atlantic versus Pacific.
There we go.
That again, my Uber driver would not have told me.
I don't think he would have done, would he really? Family.
I'm gonna have to go run in for the washroom as soon as we get.
I'll just wait, then you check in.
Okay, amazing. Thank
Okay.
you. How did you and I meet? Because tonight I just felt like it was the right night to go out to watch a play to invigorate my theater kid self.
A play about letting go of expectations, of fear, of grief, and reimagining your life.
You had your reasons,
Far from my preconceptions,
and we met.
all about love and community.
But what I did was I followed my heart.
I am moved by the way in which Dorothy is embraced by other attendees.
What ends up happening when I do follow my intuition, my heart, I end up meeting the right people.
Whatever their age or inclination.
And I start having a conversation with them.
Energy, it's just energy.
Yeah.
The love she receives and gives moves me deeply.
Is the gift you've given yourself or something's given you?